Hi friends, welcome to War India News Hour. Indian micro businesses remain resilient amidst COVID-19 economic impact. A survey unveils that micro businesses in India are optimistic about the future of their very small business amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. With more than 60% of the Indian very small business owners responded that despite the slowdown and negative impact brought on by the pandemic, they are confident that their businesses will continue, as compared to 52% globally. The survey further reveals strong values of resilience, self-reliance and zeal for digital skilling amongst Indian entrepreneurs are indicating a strong commitment to fight back in a post-COVID-19 new normal environment. Micro businesses continue to remain positive despite setbacks. 57% of the respondents said they expect to be able to recover from the aftermath of COVID-19 within the next 3 to 12 months. This clearly states how determined SMBs in India are to get back on track. The survey also studies the challenges micro businesses are facing during the current pandemic. 83% of the Indian entrepreneurs surveyed reported a reduction in revenue and nearly half of them had to shut their businesses, that is 45% temporarily. Additionally, 45% had to make changes in the way they operated. Many small businesses in India are being impacted by low financial investment due to the COVID-19 environment, with more than 70% of respondents reported experiencing an overall decrease in the investment, with 37% say they started donating to charitable causes as compared to 17% globally. During these challenging times, a major thing has been highlighted, and there is no denying that recent months, with cyber criminals taking full advantage of the current crisis, there has been increased online frauds, malware and hacking into various private and governmental systems. The rise in cybersecurity incidents like phishing and ransomware are leading to an emerging demand for incident response services. So let's look into the headlines in War India. Secure top investor in Indian unicorns. Secure Capital has topped the chart of investors in terms of the number of investments in Indian unicorns. A report reveals that SoftBank along with SteadView Capital has invested in 9 Indian unicorns. Secure has closed 7 funds in India in its 14 years of operations in the country, and its 9 unicorns investments, direct or indirect, include Byju's, Zomato, Oyo, Ola, Unacademy, Druva, Freshworks, Paytm Mall and BigBasket. Carlyle Group investment of $235 million into Nextra Data Limited got the approval from CCI. Carlyle Group plans to invest $235 million for approximately 25% stake in Nextra Data Limited, an arm of Bharti Airtel engaged in the data center business, has been approved by the Competition Commission of India. With this, Airtel continuing to hold the remaining stake of approximately 75%. Salesforce cuts 1,000 jobs after a banner quarter. As sales got down and there is less software force required to push, sales and customer support roles are among those being eliminated. This has resulted in Salesforce.com Inc. planning to cut about 1,000 jobs. The move initiated by the company is to streamline its business even as it reports record quarterly revenue and forecasts further gains. We are reallocating resources to position the company for continued growth, a Salesforce spokeswoman said. At 4 lakhs, ransomware attacks on enterprises have doubled. There is a clear, visible shift in the behavior of threat actors, with ransomware families using a two-pronged approach to target enterprises. In addition to Maze, multiple ransomware families are now capable of stealing sensitive data in addition to holding the victim's network for a ransom. As per Seqrite, it has detected a 2x surge in ransomware attacks during the April-May-June quarter, standing at 4 lakhs in comparison with the first quarter of 2020. Alibaba stops investing into India for at least 6 months. China's leading business group, Alibaba Group, has put on hold plans to invest in Indian companies amid tension between the two nations, Reuters reported. Alibaba won't put fresh funds to expand its investments in India for at least 6 months, it says. Alibaba Group and its affiliates have invested over $2 billion in Indian companies since 2015 and participated in several funding rounds. Samsung launches Galaxy Tab S7 series in India. Samsung has expanded its Galaxy Tab family with the launch of Galaxy Tab S7 series comprising of Galaxy Tab S7 and Galaxy Tab S7 Plus that are geared towards enhanced productivity and multitasking and is powered by Android 10 OS. The Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, on the other hand, comes with a 12.4-inch Super AMOLED WQX GA Plus display of resolution 2800 into 1752 pixels and supports a 120 Hz refresh rate. Netizens are avoiding the use of multiple SIM cards. With mobile and data tariffs increasing and incomes falling, people are avoiding the use of multiple SIM cards, causing a decline in total mobile subscribers. The number of wireless subscribers has declined. Telecom industry players attribute the decline to a tendency of people to migrate to a certain service provider and stopping use of multiple numbers. Bullish on India opportunity will protect user data, says Fitbit CEO. US smart wearable brand Fitbit, which is soon to be acquired by Google, finds the Indian market incredibly attractive with the rapidly growing focus on health and wellness and has underlined its commitment to protect user data and share it only with explicit consent, James Park, Fitbit co-founder and CEO said. New Zealand Stock Exchange NZX down for third day in a row due to cyber attack. The New Zealand Stock Exchange website is down again and trading remains in a halt after a likely cyber attack took it down about 11 a.m. for the third day in a row. The exchange has decided it will not resume trading today despite the website returning to normal function and then going down again late on Thursday afternoon. The type of attack is known as the Distributed Denial of Service Attack, that is DDoS, which overwhelms the online service, rendering it inoperable. Accenture to fire 10,000 employees in India. As the business is not getting picked up, IT major Accenture is all set to fire another 5% of their workforce. It calculates that 10,000 employees in India will be fired. Accenture has 5 lakh employees globally, and if 5% of the employees are fired, then this means that 25,000 employees will be asked to leave. Out of 5 lakhs, 2 lakh employees from Accenture are in India. Hence, once 5% is applied to India, then 10,000 employees face termination in India. COVID update. The total number of coronavirus cases in India has increased to 32,34,474 after a one-day spike of 67,151 cases. The number of patients who have been discharged so far has reached 24,67,758 after 63,173 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The death toll in the country has surged to 59,449 and 7,07,267 cases are currently active. To conclude, the coronavirus pandemic outbreak is impacting businesses all over the world, whether it is a multinational conglomerate or medium and small enterprises. Businesses across the globe are facing the stalling of their operations. To survive during such times, especially for small and medium enterprises, it is imperative to adapt to the new normal. As industries strive to sustain and strengthen long-term capabilities, they must also deal with immediate operational risks associated with disruptions in the workforce and service provision, as well as with risks arising from cyber threats and frauds. Today, over 80% of data breaches occur at the app level. Protect protecting customers' data and strengthening security to support remote work requires integrated security solutions to defend critical areas of risk. As more organizations embrace DevOps to improve their workflow and productivity, focus will be on application business logic and customer experience with cybersecurity policy and control consistency across on-prem and multiple cloud environments. A survey highlights how digital technology has proven to be a key growth enabler during these tough times. As a result of the national lockdown due to COVID-19, 53% said they will focus on accelerating online or social selling capabilities. Moreover, about one-third of the respondents from India said that this year they might increase financial investments in digital education, that is 35%, and cybersecurity and data privacy 32%. As the most common mode of communication with their customers, 35% of Indian respondents prefer to engage through a phone call as compared to 25% globally, rather than by email, direct message or an in-person visit. Thinking about the long-lasting implications on work post-COVID-19, 40% of the entrepreneurs in India are ready to modify their policies related to allowing remote working. Let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download the War India app for the latest news and updates, which is available on Google Play Store. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.